Hey guys, this is Ronnie aka Foo Dog, and I'm going to be taking you through a track called Placid, which I produced a couple of weeks ago. It's coming out on Ambious Records on the 10th of July, and yeah, it's really got a cool vibe. So I'm going to take you through all the nitty gritties of what I did to make it what it is. Cool. This was supposed to be a live stream, but we had some technical difficulties, and yeah, I'm recording the video now, and we'll try to get it up as soon as possible. I wasn't gonna drink, but I decided to have a beer because I'm frustrated about it. Okay, so this is Logic Pro X. This is the DAW that I use. DAW pretty much just means the production software, and Logic is known to have a really good sound engine. A lot of guys are using Ableton, and that's great for live shows. Something that I'm considering doing as well. But yeah, at the moment I'm still producing in Logic and really enjoying it. So this is how the track starts, with a very simple kick and a modulated pad. So you can hear super chilled vibes. This over here is literally one chord played over and over again. Do this. And what I do to that eventually is take that modulation off it and stretch it out, which is why I called the pad stretch. That's that pad over there. The kick is super simple. I've got an EQ on it that's taking pretty much all of the high frequencies out of it, and a very slight boost. Yeah, I just trusted myself on that one, on how it was going to sound, and I kind of wanted the kick to be kind of understated. So here I've muted a part of the keys that I'll play for you quickly. Bass line's about to drop now. So you can hear now that this pad which had this modulation on it, when I move here it starts to stretch out, and pretty much what I've done is just taken that off, and now it's just got more sustain on it, I guess, and it's yeah, like I said, just stretched out, exact same chord, which I'm gonna progress as the song carries on. So the bass line The bass line is a really cool noise because it's got a lot of character. Listen to it on its own. So you can hear all of those other overtones and just spicy little flavors that really fill it up quite nicely. And then we've got a simple saw sequence that is coming in over here. As you can hear, this doesn't actually sound too special on its own, but as soon as you put it over some, a nice pad and a nice kick and a bass, it actually sounds really, really nice. Cool. Before we move on, I'm going to show you quickly. I'm going to go right back to the beginning where I have that modulated pad and just show you what plugin I use to create that. So Alchemy is just waiting for it to load. Cool. This is Alchemy. It is an in-house plugin in Logic. And as you can see here, you've got all your instruments, bass, brass, drums, guitars, keys. So under the techno character genre here, I found a thing called Autumn Wings, which is this. You can play with the frequency here. And that's a really nice thing to automate, meaning allow it to change over time based on your given parameters, and that creates movement in the track and a little bit more interest on something that's actually just looping the whole time. So from here, the track changes quite dramatically. Oh no, actually here so all the changes now is I've got the chord progression with the pad, which is this over here. So what we had was this. And I've had this coming simultaneously until this point here, where I play a very simple chord progression. So you'll hear that I've also dropped the old bass line here, which was this. And what I've done to replace it was use some samples of like some toms on a drum kit to act as my new bass line, essentially, which goes like this. Which gives it quite a nice bit of swing and bounce and rhythm. Here you can hear that I've just taken out some of the hats, start breaking the track down a little bit. Here I've cut the hats and the shaker completely. There, all I've done is taken this sequence and literally taken it an octave up, which means it's in the same key as it was before over here. And I've literally just taken it one whole octave up on the piano roll, which looks like this. Sorry if I'm speaking weirdly, I can hear myself and yeah, it sounds pretty weird. So if I hit P, it opens up piano roll. So you can see this is literally one note that I'm playing. And when we go to this section here, if I select both of them, you'll be able to see that this is here, C3, C4, one octave up, and it's such a simple thing, but it makes quite a nice difference to the track. And how I got the sequence, it's a plugin called Element. Looks like this, it's quite daunting. But yeah, there's a bunch of really, really cool presets in here that you will then tweak, obviously, yourself. You can change the type of wave. I got the right one. Change the decay. Cut off, which is just the frequency. Okay, that's not doing much. So this knob that I'm tweaking here is the resonance, and that is what's going to give the track a serious like blast when it drops now, because I use the same sequence over here, but when I hit A on Logic, this is what it looks like when you automate a track, when you automate certain parameters of a track. So here, this is simply the volume over here that's being automated, but these are all the other parameters that I've tweaked and automated to do different things. Okay, so for instance, what this is doing is this is changing the time signature of how this this sequence plays. So you'll hear. You'll hear over here, it's playing pretty much 4 to the floor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It repeats after 4 beats, and now you'll see over here I've curved it up, and it's going to start changing that time signature. So actually, I don't know if time signature is the right word or phrase, but it's just changing the way that the order in which that sequence is pretty much unfolding, and that creates a little bit of interest. And at the end of that cycle, it snaps back to pretty much repeating after 4 kicks. Like I said, this sequence here, you can see all these. These are other parameters that I've automated, which are going to change the way this noise sounds. So over here, sounds like that. Here, you're going to see this curve changing the way it sounds, and that's a very simple automation. Automation simply meaning just instead of me having to turn a knob the whole time, I can make the computer do it and make the noise change over a specified amount of time. So there I've gone the 1 octave up, and over here is where the synth starts sounding super like acidy and really like quite vibrant, and that's where the track changes quite a lot in my opinion. So we'll skip to that. all nice and chilled vibes over here. Literally just a kick, bass, well, some toms as a bass line, my pad, and simple chord, and my saw sequence. So it's actually sounding kind of weird to me right now. Okay. Looks like the frequency I messed with it earlier. So. Listen how cool that sounds when I just change the decay time. This ADSR stands for attack, decay, sustain, and forgetting the words, very simple, release. Cool, so you can hear how dramatically the track changes when that saw sequence changes so much from here. Yeah, I'm just going to drop the clap, keep the shakers. So this saw sequence is being automated again, as you can see. It now sounds the way it did originally when it came in over here. And here it's going to snap back to full on like acidy synth sound. I really dig the way it's when I drop all the hats and just have it banging with the clap. It sounds so cool. If I start the clip from here, you're not going to hear the full thing because this loop actually starts over here, so I'll have to play the whole thing again, so I won't do that. What else can I show you? So I'll quickly show you how I do my drums. I probably should have done that in the beginning. So I use a software plugin called Machine. It actually comes from a hardware unit that a lot of guys use to program their drums. I've got the software version. All I've got in terms of hardware is a MIDI keyboard at the moment. But it's quite cool because I can use that to play in all my melodies, all my bass line, all my pads, whatever sort of sounds I want to use. And with my drums, I mean, I can play them on there as well, but I usually just program them in on Machine, which looks like this. So I'm quickly gonna just solo these two channels. I should probably show you here as well. These are literally just all the audio channels, well, MIDI and audio channels that I use to make the track. I haven't done a very good job at naming them. I'm not the most organized producer in the world, but I generally, like, I mean, I just named that pad stretch, pad modulated, and yeah, I've now muted all my drums within Machine, because once you build your drum pattern over here, you click this and then you bounce it out into audio over here, so you can see, like, I've got my kick over there, I've got my clap over here, my tom, you know, bassline melody shaker. But how you build your drums in Machine is quite simple. So over here, I'll just unmute it. This is my shaker. I mean, if I wanted to add more, this is a swing, which, listen to what it does, then I'll explain it. Okay, it's actually hard to hear if there's no point of reference. Let's put this on. You can't really hear it now. I didn't actually. I must have deleted my whole drum sequence that I built here, even though it was a very, very simple track in terms of percussion and drums. But when you turn up the swing, it pretty much, instead of the beat hitting bang on the dot, it will move it in between the space. It will hit it just before, or let it just move, you know, either before or after that boundary of exactly on the beat, and that can make a track really get some more groove and some more feel, which is a really cool thing to do. I access my samples over here, samples, drum samples. I got a shitload of samples. I like using these analog drums. You know, here's kicks, soft kicks, hard kicks. Yeah. Cool. What else can I show you? So here, over here, I've got the stretched out pad versus the modulated pad. Just sounds soft because at my automation it's probably been turned down, yeah. And here, that's when that pad kicks back in versus this one. Here's the difference. Turning down the volume, the sequence. You can hear the difference there. Yeah, I'm gonna drop some of the hats, just the shakers. Yeah, I've got some new hats. pretty much the end of the track. Yeah. You can hear the background ambience that I've had, like it's like a market or something, bunch of people talking. It adds a lot of, um, yeah, just like fills the background, I guess, and always sounds pretty cool when you put something in the background that is not generally very musical. Um, yeah, gives it some sort of edge, you know. And I think we're done actually. I hope it was informative. I mean, I didn't jump too much into the super nitty gritties about how to do the sound design and tweaking the synths and all of that stuff. But what I find is open up a plugin or a software synthesizer and just start playing around with it and whether you tweak the noise, to an extreme amount to make it your own or whatever is really cool. If you don't, that's also cool. Sometimes a noise is exactly what it is as soon as you find it, and that's the same as picking up a guitar or playing the piano. That noise is what it is. It is obviously, if you want to get quite a unique sound, then you can start looking at completely starting to make your own synthesizers or your synth noises from scratch with like a sine wave or whatever. But I find with my production, I sometimes I do that, sometimes I just use the noises that are there, and somehow I always find a way to give something um, the Foo Dog flavor, a little bit of something different that I think stands out, because a lot of the music that's being made right now in the electronic scene is carbon copy of the last release, and I kind of want to do something that excites me, and yeah, cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry it wasn't live. We'll try and sort out the next one to be a live one. And yeah, let me know if you've got any questions. Just comment, and then I will do my best to get back to you guys within the next day or so on that. Yeah, much love to everyone. Hope everyone keeps well during lockdown and keep your heads up.